From the Wrights Bowl on the west side of Evansville, good evening and welcome to Tigers football in IndianaSRN. This is week 4 of the regular season. The 3-0 Tigers taking on the 3-0 Mater Dei Wildcats. Tonight's Tigers broadcast is brought to you by Memorial High School, Rockabar Pizza, Carreso Landscape, People's Furniture Mattress Outlet, Lensing Showroom, Melk Mechanical, Electrical, Plumbing. Tigers football is also brought to you by Ivy Tech Evansville, Hyundai of Evansville, Casey's Dugout, and the Memorial Athletic Booster Club. Welcome into the Royal Express Car Wash pregame show. They provide daily 24/7 car washing in Evansville, located right off the Lloyd Expressway on Pearl Drive. On the west side, the Rupp family gives you fast and convenient one-time washes, as well as unlimited wash plans, all at affordable prices. I mentioned both teams 3-0 on the season, and both teams ranked in the top 10 on the Indiana Coaches Association poll that was released earlier this week. The Tigers number 1, and the Wildcats are number 7. Mater Dei with a turnaround so far this year. A season ago, they went just 3-8. It was only the second losing season in Mike Gable's coaching career here at Mater Dei, which spans 28 years. They're 3-0, an impressive win against Castle week 2. And Mike, we compare the stats between these two teams. It's a very even matchup on paper.
It looks like the stats are looking in a mirror and coming out, as we'll talk about that throughout the ball game. Both these teams in 3A, but last year neither one was. Memorial was 4A with the success factor being bumped up. They dropped down to 3A, and Mater Dei, because they have more students, barely got into 3A. So not only that, they're in the same sectional. So it ought to be an interesting matchup. And again, we thank the Rupp family. Pete Rupp passed away earlier this year. Certainly a West Side entrepreneur would certainly like to be up at this game here today. As again, here on the West Side Wrights Bowl, great football. And when these two teams meet, a lot of great things happen.
Tigers have won 7 straight in the head-to-head meeting. Last year, the Tigers won a pitcher's duel. 9-6 was the final score. The Tigers won that contest at Enloe Field. We expect more points tonight. 2 quarterbacks that are playing very well for the Wildcats. It's junior Tate Mallory. He has completed 70% of his passes for over 600 yards. And, of course, Matthew Fisher, 61% of his passes for almost 600 yards. So a very good quarterback battle between Fisher and Mallory tonight.
Well, both of them, Mallory number 1, Fisher number 3. And then you go right down the line. Match up running backs, receivers, linebackers, offensive tackles. They marry each other in talent.
With Mater Dei, last week they won at Vincennes 34-14. I mentioned they've beaten Castle and also won at Central week 1. I know, Mike, you've watched some of their games on film and whatnot. What stands out about this Mater Dei team based off last year when they were 3-8? Now they're 3-0. What's changed, do you think?
They play a lot more cohesively. That is, they're confident in where their alignment and assignments are, both offensively and defensively. They run the same offense as Memorial does, spread. They will run a tight end, motion. They'll do a nice job trying to figure out what the weakness is. Defensively, a little bit of change. Darren Knight has gone more to a 4-3 alignment. The Tigers do that as well. 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. So it's almost like each team is playing against each other's offense and defense.
We'll take our first break on our Royal Express Car Wash pregame show. When we come back, we'll do the head coach comparison, also our player spotlight. Week 4, it's a 3-0 Tigers and the 3-0 Wildcats here on IndianaSRN.
Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rockabar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rockabar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rockabar, oh yeah.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Back here at the Wrights Bowl as the Mater Dei Pep Band is set to perform tonight's national anthem. So we'll take one more break here in our Royal Express Car Wash pregame show and have that head coach comparison and player spotlight next.
Be here at Hyundai of Evansville. We love this community and we love these hot deals that we are offering. Like low prices on the new 23 Santa Fe's, now get an additional $2,500 rebate when you finance with Hyundai Motor Finance and get 3-year free maintenance and America's best warranty.
So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, stop in and let us show you some love.
Right here at Hyundai of Evansville, where credit is never a deal breaker.
Where nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because I can grow stronger on the field and in my faith. I believe in my teammates. I believe in my classmates. And through Christ, I believe I can accomplish anything.
Come live your faith at Wrights Memorial.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career, your first pay raise, the 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family, or the day of your last car loan payment, much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree, we care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Does your home's exterior need a makeover? Consider a new entry door from Lensing Building Specialties. Browse classic and modern door styles to boost your home's curb appeal. Explore our wide variety of beautiful and energy-efficient entry and patio doors. Don't worry about the work. Schedule an appointment for our skilled techs to install it for you. Get started at lensingbuildingspecialties.com and make your home feel new again.
A Wrights Memorial education is now more affordable than ever. If you fit within certain income guidelines, you could receive over $6,000 of tuition assistance. Find out if you qualify for an Indiana School Choice Scholarship or other tuition assistance opportunities. Your child, your money, your choice. Visit wrightsmemorial.org for more information.
Back on our Royal Express Car Wash pregame show. Royal Express Car Wash provides 24/7 daily car washing in Evansville, located right off the Lloyd Expressway on Pearl Drive on the west side. The Rep family gives you fast and convenient one-time washes as well as unlimited wash plans, all at affordable prices. We do our head coach comparison, and these two guys on each sideline know each other very well. Head coach John Hurley in his 17th season. Head coach Mike Gable from Mater Dei in his 28th year.
Both of these guys, Jevin, are the winningest coaches in school history. Mater Dei, this is their 75th year in football. As Coach Gable, 22, 66, and 90, as you talked about in the open. For Memorial, John Hurley, a couple weeks ago, became the winningest all as he comes in with 140 and 70. Both these guys have been to the state finals multiple times. Each coach has been a winner twice in a champion, and only John Leidy from Castle is the only one an SIC coach has won twice.
Our head coach profile is brought to you by Merle Norman Studio. Come visit Natalie and Kelsey Pinch, owners of the Merle Norman Studio. They specialize in creating customized skincare and makeup routines to fit each person's individual needs. Plus, they have a great selection of clothing, handbags, jewelry, and other accessories. The Merle Norman Studio is located in Evansville at 507 North Green River Road. Give them a call at 812-476-0657. For our player spotlight, we start with the Tigers. It's the senior quarterback Matthew Fisher, who threw for 4 touchdowns last week.
Well, first of all, we're going to go with Alex Broshears, the senior. He not only is the top linebacker, one of in the SIAC, but he's a special teams long snapper. He is a 2-year captain, 4-year starter. He is also on the cover of the Indiana Football Digest 2024 edition. Only person in Southwest Indiana doing that. 2023 Indiana Football Coach Association Junior All-State player. And as Coach Hurley says, a leader on defense, high motor player.
And we mentioned Fisher, 4 touchdown passes last week. He's really had a big last 2 weeks.
Yes, throwing for 4 last week, a career record, 3 rushing touchdowns against North. Also a 2-year captain, 3-year starter, also a 2023 Indiana Football Coaches Association Junior All-Stater, multiple sport athlete. He plays baseball. He will pitch on a baseball scholarship at Indiana University once he leaves Memorial. Coach Hurley calls him a leader on the offense. Ultra competitive player. That's what makes him a difference.
And for Mater Day, we highlight a couple of seniors. It is Ethan Stofleth and also Nate McDermott.
As Nate McDermott, just a top player, captain, 2-year starter, 2-way starter, both offense and defensive line. He is also a 2023 2A Indiana Football Coach Association Junior All-Stater. And both these players, family legacy. Just to let you know, McDermott's grandfather, 2 uncles, father, many cousins were big contributors to modern day football.
And again, our head coaches and player profiles are brought to you by Merle Norman Studio. And our final player that we highlight is Ethan Stofleth. He is the senior running back.
Stofleth, another captain, 2-year starter, 2-way player. He was actually the leading rusher last year, Jevin, but he's kind of concentrating on defense. Also another family legacy is he's had a great uncle, legendary Memorial football coach, Ralph Weinzappel. So both of these squads, as we'll talk throughout the night, a lot of familiar names on both squads because they've had relatives, brothers play in previous years.
All right, let's take our second break here on our pregame show. When we come back, we'll set the starting lineups and also have Mike's keys to the game. Beautiful down to the west side. Pair of 3-0 teams. Tigers and Wildcats kick off in less than 10 minutes.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Since 1973, People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet has been operated by 3 generations of the Flitner family. From Stan Sr. to Stan Jr., and now Stan's daughter Susan and her husband Jacob. For the last 50 years, customer service and quality home furnishings has been their goal. Other furniture stores may come and go, but People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet will show you how easy it can get for the next 50 years.
People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet, how easy can it get?
Evansville's original pizza since 1955? Why, it's Rockabar Pizza, of course. 17 incredible specialty pizzas. Mega Meat, Chicken Barbecue, Rocco Pesto, and Bacon Cheeseburger. Or how about Quesadilla, Chicken Bacon Ranch, Hawaiian Margarita around the world, and their breakfast pizza. Plus all your favorites. Oh yeah, don't forget about their signature salad. It's like none other. Dine in, carry out, or catered. Rediscover Evansville's original and still the best Rockabar Pizza.
It's time for tonight's starting lineups, which are brought to you by the Merle Norman Studio. Come visit Natalie and Kelsey Pence, owners of the Merle Norman Studio. They specialize in creating customized skincare and makeup routines to fit each person's individual needs. Plus, they have a great selection of clothing, handbags, jewelry, and other accessories. The Merle Norman Studio is located in Evansville at 507 North Green River Road. Give them a call at 812-476-0657. Tigers offense looks like this, averaging 35 points per game.
Simon Schultz, a senior, also Parker Mattingly and Bryant Carr, Luke Elsperman, and Matthew Fisher, the 5 seniors. So this is their last time they're going to be taking on Mater Dei in a regular season game.
And for the Tigers defense, they have been strong all season long, holding teams to below 10 points per contest.
The best point differential than any other school in the conference. They have 5 seniors, Joseph Hinkie, Jake Lively, Alex Broshears, Queso Jean, and Quentin Merkel starting on the defensive side.
Let's switch to Mater Dei. Their offense, a mirror image of Memorial's offense, averaging 35 points per game, and it's a balanced attack.
They do a nice job both running and passing. You'll see a lot of motion. Look for 3 key players because they start, Jim, both ways. Nolan Schickel will be a split end. Nate McDermott will play offensive and defensive tackle, and Xander Merkley will be on the offense side. Going defensively, 4 down linemen, 3 active linebackers. The one thing to watch for the 3 linebackers in Simmons, Ford, and Farmer, very active. You'll probably see one of them or more of them blitzing the majority of the time.
Those are our starting lineups for each side, brought to you by the Merle Norman Studio. And Mike, how about keys to the game for both the Tigers and Wildcats this evening?
You talk about offense, defense, special teams. Yes, they have to perform. But I think something that you look at the other 3 aspects of a game. Time of possession. Sometimes it can be important, sometimes not. Also, field position. How well the defense can give a short field to the offense. And certainly turnovers. A turnover team that has the most might not be a victor tonight.
That wraps up our Royal Express Car Wash pregame show. They provide daily 24/7 car washing in Evansville, located right off the Lloyd Expressway on Pearl Drive. On the west side, the Rupp family gives you fast and convenient one-time washes, as well as unlimited wash plans, all at affordable prices. Beautiful 77-degree evening. Kickoff is next here on IndianaSRN.
Rock-A-Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar, oh yeah.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because our academics prepare students to succeed in college and in life. I believe in educating our students to their highest potential. I believe in creating a welcoming, faith-based learning environment. And I believe a memorial education is the foundation for a bright future.
Explore the endless possibilities at Wrights Memorial.
Caressa Landscape has provided landscape services to customers in the Evansville area for over 20 years. The company started small in the late 1990s and has grown to where it is today because of a devoted effort to provide quality and personable service. The goal of our staff is to consistently meet and exceed our customers' expectations while adding value to each property we visit. Call us today at 812-853-6868 for all your landscape needs.
Those Casey's dugout where the flavor's on fire. Pizza so good it'll take you higher. From Evansville, repping the town. Hot slices, cold drinks, best spot around. We're different, come see, we got what you need. Ice cold ski, that's the drink for your feet. Crispy crust, toppings for eternity. Come for the pizza, stay for the company. Those Casey's dugout where the flavor's on fire.
We ask this during the intercession. the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
All right, it's time for football here at the Wrights Bowl alongside Mike Scavara. I'm Jevin Rebin. Thanks for being with us here on IndianaSRN. You see our captains meeting at the midfield stripe. Our white hat tonight is Darren Wagner. His crew consists of David Horton, DJ Hinkle, Mike White, and Trent Seitzinger. And we are expecting a great battle tonight between a pair of 3-0 teams. Again, there's so many polls out there, but the one we go by is the Indiana Coaches Association poll. Mater Dei 7th in Class 3A. Memorial is number 1. And Mike, we look at some of the other games throughout the city tonight. Wrights is at North. That could be an intriguing matchup. Wrights 3-0, North is 1-2. Also Castle at Harrison. Boise is home against Jasper, and Vincennes is at Central.
Captains at the middle of the field, Caden Farmer, Ethan Stoffleth, Nate McDermott, and Dane Branson. The captains for Mater Dei as Luke Elsperman, Matthew Fisher, also Alex Brashears, and Parker Mattingly, the head captains for the Tigers.
Looks like the Tigers won the toss, and they will defer to the second half, which means we will see Pate Barrett kick it off to Mater Dei to begin tonight's matchup. Again, it's turned into a very lovely evening. We were concerned about there being some showers and storms. Those came through overnight and this morning. Nice crowd has gathered, and always fun whenever Mater Dei Memorial do battle. Last year, the Tigers won 9-6 at Enloe Field for their 7th straight win against Mater Dei.
We've got, again, we talked about mirror images of Pate Barrett and Cam Marks. Barrett's kickoffs put 4 touchbacks, with Marks coming in as far as kicking off. He's had about a dozen put in the end zone. So kicking game could be important as well by both of those players.
For Mater Dei, Griffin Simmons and Ethan Stoffleth back deep to return. Mater Dei trying to bounce back after a rough 2023 season, going 3-8. They're 3-0 so far here in 2024. Of course, just 2 years ago, they won a Class 2 state championship. With that, we are underway. Barrett with a wobbly kick drifting here near side, and it will roll right to the goal line and hop into the end zone for a touchback. Before we get rolling, we remind you that Wrights Memorial High School is in their 100th year, providing an environment where God inspires, they educate, and students thrive. Come join them for their year-long celebration by checking their website out at wrightsmemorial.org for more information.
We'll see what Coach Gable says. A lot of times these schools will script out the first set of plays, so we'll see, based on the opponent's defense, what the Mater Dei Wildcats will do. 1st and 10, they put the ball on the right hash mark. Interesting, a right-handed thrower, so if he rolls left, it would be a tough throw. Now they'll end up with an empty backfield as Mallory, the lone back in the backfield.
Mallory's first pass is a quick one here out in the flat. It is caught by Schickel, and Schickel is wrestled to the ground right behind the line of scrimmage. And guess who was there? Alex Broshear sniffed that one out, and they lose about a half yard.
He's a sideline to sideline 53-yard player. No gain, as that time he showed why. He was the leading tackler for the Tigers with 37, and one of the top tacklers in the conference. In fact, tackling defensively, he's number 2 in the SIAC.
Empty backfield again for the Wildcats on 2nd and 10. Mallory 3-step drop. Pocket starts to collapse. He moves to his left, gets away from one man, now sets his feet, throws across the middle, and the pass is dropped by Griffin Simmons. He found the middle of that defense. Good job by Mallory to extend that play, and not a bad throw either, but it's 3rd and 10.
And you're going to see him doing that the whole time. The pass, as you can see, that there Mallory gets good pressure. Tigers defense loses contain. He sets up and throws just a little bit behind the receiver, so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
This Wildcat offense, we mentioned, averaging 35 points per game. On the ground, 135, through the air, 219. 3rd straight play, empty backfield, and the Tigers jump off sides. We'll set up a manageable 3rd down and 5 now.
I think this could be an extended game if the first few plays is any harbinger of things to come, because both teams like to throw the football, that's for sure.
Well, Mallory, a guy that's completed 70% of his passes coming in, 46 for 65, 657 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks.
And they've got a man, you might look for a motion man this time.
3rd and 5 on the opening drive for Mater Dei. And in motion, right to left. The snap to Mallory, chest high, and he looks across the middle of the field. Shuffling to his right, spins one, and the pass is dropped at the 40-yard line. Tough grab there for Jacob Randolph, the sophomore. Not a bad throw again from Mallory, but the Wildcats go 3 and out, and they'll have to punt it.
Nice job there, just a 4-man pressure as Mallory surveys the field, try to get it in over one defender and behind the other. So they'll have to punt it away the first time.
It'll be Cam Marks who will punt for Mater Dei. He's an excellent field goal kicker who made a 44-yard field goal last week.
He's also a soccer player.
Here's a line drive punt that is returned by the Tigers in Dockery. He slipped, lost the ball momentarily, but regained possession just shy of the 40. I do want to correct myself. It was a new punter, actually. Gavin Lukeman's the man that kicked that one for Mater Dei instead of Marks. And the Tigers will take over now at their own 37-yard line.
As you said, 3 and out. Tigers get the ball in decent field position as they'll mark it on the Memorial 37. Just underway. See what the Tigers offense lines up first. 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 4 in the secondary. They'll go bunch formation to the top of your screen as well.
Kendrick to the left tip of Fisher, who will throw. Pressure coming from the backside. Fisher got a good block. He'll take off running. Fisher slides at the 40-yard line. He got about 5 yards on that carry. We've seen Fisher use his legs more this year than he did a season ago. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Memorial that time, again, rolling to a left with a right-handed thrower as Fisher can't find a receiver. Uses his legs and gets a quick stop there as coming up a couple of defenders for Mater Dei.
Got a good block from Andrew Jones there as pressure is coming from the backside. Here is Kendrick, his first carry of the night. He gets maybe a yard, got tripped up the line of scrimmage. Kendrick on the year averaging about 8 yards per carry. Sets up 3rd and 5.
Mater Dei defense pretty stout up front, good size on the defensive line with Clawside, McDermott, Wargle, and Merkley.
So Mater Dei went 3 and out. Now the Mater Dei defense trying to force one of their own. They've got Horning and Kendrick in the backfield. It's officially 3rd down and 4. They'll give it to Kendrick, and he is gobbled up in the backfield. First man to get to him was Xander Merkley. No gain, and it's 4th and short.
So far, it's going to look like it's a defensive contest.
So now the Tigers will punt it away with Matthew Fisher. 8 punts this year, averaging about 37 yards per kick.
Each team got 5 yards in their first possession.
Hayden Stockton is back to return the kick for Mater Dei. And Fisher's going to run it himself near side. He picks up the first down into Mater Dei territory, cruising up the near sideline. They'll mark him out at the 40-yard line. There's one of the benefits of having your quarterback be your punter. And Fisher, a high IQ player, read that well. Probably has the option there as a rugby-style kick, or if it's there, take it. He does. First down, Tigers.
They look on video, as you can see there, they lost contain, got good block out there on the perimeter, and he picks up 17 yards on a first down and gets it into Mater Dei territory.
The drive continues now. 4 wide receivers set. Lone wide receiver near side is Dockery. On 1st and 10, he looks this way. Pass is caught. Dockery backpedaling, and he is twisted down to the turf at the 32-yard line. That's a quick strike of 8 yards.
Nolan Schickel and Jackie Ford quick to catch him, but kept his feet going, picked up a couple extra yards, make it a short 2nd down play.
For Dockery, his 7th catch of the year for 118 yards. Last week had just 1 catch. Now the starters played about a half against Central. That 1 catch, that was a 41-yard touchdown grab. 2nd and 2 from the Mater Dei 32-yard line. Fisher out in the flat. Kendrick catches, makes one man miss. He stays in bounds. and makes a defender pay for the hit, ends up getting the first down. That was a slow developing play, but Kendrick uses his legs. First down, Tigers.
Ethan Stofflet, one of our player profile players coming up from the secondary. Watch 23 in the bottom of your screen as he makes one defender miss, stays in bounds. Stofflet kicks him out, but they'll give the Tigers a fresh set of downs on the modern day 28.
This will be the 7th play of the drive. Tigers' first drive of the night under center. Fisher goes.
Showing blitz.
Here's a handoff. Kendrick, he tries to squirt through the middle, and he is pinballed down to the turf at the 24-yard line. Kendrick gains 4.
Ford comes into the game with 18 tackles, makes the stop. Again, we'll watch the defense for modern day. They like to come in and put more pressure on the run or the pass. Yeah, they've moved down one of their cornerbacks. Really, it's almost a 4-4 type defense. 8 men in the box.
2nd and 6, play action. Fisher rolling, lobs one toward the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers! Beautiful throw leading Simon Schultz in stride, and the Tigers score first. 24-yard touchdown.
Nice job that time by the offensive line. Picked up the blockers. As here's your replay. Fake the run, rolls right, and the defender had him covered, but Fisher laid it out, and just like that, Memorial in their first possession gets 6. Pate Barrett to kick. Simon, the man that just got 6, will do the hold. Alex Brashear is the snapper.
Fisher's 10th touchdown pass of the year for Simon Schultz, his first touchdown catch of the season, as Barrett tacks on one more. 7-0 Tigers. Just about 4 minutes gone here in IndianaSRN.
Licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter @IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now @IndianaSRN.
Seven 7-0 Memorial as they go 62 yards on 8 plays. They converted a 4th down and 4 on a fake punt in which Fisher ran for the first down. And then Fisher found Simon Schultz on a 23-yard touchdown pass to make it 7-0. Tigers, as that scoring drive is brought to you by Simplicity Furniture. They're located at 1309 North Green River Road in Evansville. Have fun shopping for furniture with Kelsey Coslett and his father, Pat. First kickoff from Barrett was a touchback. This one will be returned. And past the 30, getting cracked out of bounds on the return was Ethan Stofflet. And we'll see the modern day offense for the second time.
25-yard return from his 8 to the 33-yard line. Brashear's on the special teams tackle. So modern day, second possession, down by 7. They'll mark it at the 32.
Sponsor of tonight's broadcast on IndianaSRN is the Wrights Memorial Athletic Booster Club. Continue the tradition of supporting Memorial Athletics by joining and supporting the Booster Club. Come to their annual steak night on September 28th at the school for great food and fellowship. Like them on Facebook for more Booster Club information. This drive starts from the 32 for Mater Dei. They went 3 and out the first time. Mallory faked the man in motion. They give it up the middle to Caden Thacker, the junior. And he rumbles his way to the 40, but a flag may negate that here near side.
Might have had some movement there. Again, they faked the jet sweep. And they'll say it's coming back. First penalty against Mater Dei.
Thacker is a good runner for the Wildcats, a 5'11 junior, 200 pounds. He does have one 100-plus yard game this year, but he's averaging about 6 per carry.
He leads the SIC in touchdowns with 6, Jevin, and he's the 5th leading rusher in the conference with 228 yards.
Balance set, 2 wide receivers each side. And Mallory fakes to Thacker. Sets in the pocket. Still surveying. On the run, throws across his body, and the pass was deflected right to a Mater Dei wide receiver as it's caught around the 40-yard line. Right man, right place was Jackie Ford. What turned into a good defensive play by the Tigers works out for the Wildcats. That goes for 14 yards.
Good job, offensive line, as Memorial rushes 4. Mallory using his feet. Rolls out, gets it in the air, tipped once, and right into the receiver's hands, and it's a first down.
So they'll say 15 yards. Moves the chains from the 42. They go to Thacker, who started left and cut right before he was sandwiched by several white jerseys. He was able to get a yard on that carry.
Guy that didn't play last week, Liam Bryant for Memorial. He's back in at defensive end.
So Thacker gains a yard, sack it a 9. Thacker had 3 touchdown runs, and the Wildcats 34-14 win at Vincennes last week. Both these teams 3-0 on the season. Mater Dei ranked 7th, Memorial ranked 1st.
One back offense out of the gun.
On play action, they look to set the screen pass. They have Thacker all kinds of room. Middle of the field, into Tigers territory, and he rumbles his way to the 41-yard line.
Good job, good patience that time. Goes from the 42 to the 41. So that's a pickup of 17 and another first down. Here's your replay. They invite the rushers in and then throw it over and get into Tiger territory.
That's only Thacker's 6th catch of the year. Empty backfield, 5 wide for Mater Dei. Mallory, design quarterback run, and he goes nowhere. Back to the line of scrimmage before he is tugged down. Mallory's not a guy that will run too much. 21 carries for just 76 yards this year.
Connor O'Donohue comes up with the stop and a tackle, and O'Donohue, the second leading tackler for the Tigers, has come up with a good job there. He comes in with 26 tackles. Give him no gain.
5 minutes ago, first quarter. Tigers 7, Wildcats nothing. Second drive for Mater Dei. This is Thacker up the middle. Good cut to his right. He lowers his shoulder. Aggressive running takes him to the first down marker, and appears to be enough for a first down as Thacker gains 10.
And pick your poison this time. Mater Dei tried to go outside the previous play. Now they just run it right up the middle, and Jake Lively has to come up from the secondary to make a tackle, but it's another first down.
Thacker's a guy that averages 75 yards on the ground per game. He gets the call again, and this time he is wrapped up around the leg and taken down by Alex Broshears. That is in the backfield, a tackle for loss. That's his 6th of the year, which leads his Tigers defense. He loses 1.
Yeah, we're seeing very early here, Jevon, that Mallory gives him extra time with his feet. A very, very mobile quarterback.
The Tigers 32 on second down and 11. Mallory dancing again, trying to extend the play. Has to get rid of it, does just in time, and throws it away on the Tigers sideline. He waited as long as he possibly could, and it's 3rd and 11.
It'll be 3rd and 11.
Camden Marks, I believe his longest this year is 44, and you're getting very close to field goal area.
Yeah, Marks made a 44-yard field goal last week at Vincennes. And timeout call by the Tigers, 3rd and 11 when we come back.
This drive started on the
Rock-A-Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar. Oh, yeah.
Seven 0 Tigers on our Greer's Flooring America scoreboard. Give them a call, 812-471-0400. Tigers just used a timeout. Mater Dei has a 3rd down 11 from the Tigers' 32-yard line. It's been a lengthy drive. This will be play number 9 for the Mater Dei offense.
They picked up 4 first downs.
Mallory takes off running, and he slides past the 25 to the 24. He's able to get 8 yards. He'll be 3 yards shy of the first down, but that does get them into field goal range and also a more manageable 4th down if you want to go for it.
And it looks like they're going for it.
Nope, they bring out Cam Marks, the senior, who's 13 for 13 on PATs. He is 3 for 5 on field goals. His longest this year is 44 yards. This one will be 42 yards in between the hash marks. Try to get Mater Dei on the board. The senior right-footed kicker Marks has enough leg, and it is good. Marks drills it from 42 yards, gets Mater Dei on the board. It's now 7-3 with 3:21 to go here in the first quarter on IndianaSRN.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter @IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now @IndianaSRN.
Mater Dei gets on the board with a long field goal from Cam Marks, 42 yards, capping off a 9-play, 44-yard drive that took 4 minutes and 28 seconds off the clock. That was brought to you by Simplicity Furniture. And the Tigers offense will get it back for the second time after they went 8 plays, 62 yards scoring earlier in this quarter. Some dark clouds behind us. We looked at the radar. There is some rain in the area.
I was just going to say, our meteorologist, Jevin Redmond, looked at his phone and he said, we got to make sure that Sam Doherty, our cameraman, is not going to get wet, at least not too long.
Marks with the kickoff. Boy, he has a booming leg. That one will go deep into the end zone for a touchback. Thanks to Carresso Landscape, a sponsor of tonight's broadcast on IndianaSRN. They have been serving the Evansville, Newburgh, and surrounding communities for over 20 years. For all of your landscaping, installation, and maintenance. If you are not satisfied with your lawn or landscaping, contact Carresso at 812-853-6868 or go online, Carresso.com.
13th touchback of the year for the senior. Also a good soccer player.
Yep.
See what any defensive changes for Mater Dei is because the Tigers went right down and scored on their first possession. They'll end up with 2 receivers each side.
Fisher will throw quickly to the far side. He sailed it over the head of Luke Elsperman.
Number 2, Fisher's pass is incomplete. It'll be second down.
That's one of those like a long handoff. Try to get the runner in space, but I don't know if the wind affected the throw or what. But anyway, it's a second down and 10.
Well, Elsperman is Fisher's favorite target. Luke's not caught a ball yet tonight, but on the season, 22 grabs for well over 200 yards.
He's one of the leading receivers, numbers-wise, in all of 3A.
Fisher winds up. He cranks one to the 30-yard line where it's caught by Max Anslinger. And he takes it up to the 34-yard line. That's a 14-yard completion. as Anslinger has his 5th catch of the year.
Nice job there defensively, being in the right spot, but watch the top of the screen here. You're going to see just he'll find an open area, spin. Fisher gets a target, and Anslinger moves the chains.
Anslinger had 2 touchdown catches against North week 2, and that was his 5th grab of the year. On 1st and 10, handoff Kendrick, cuts back inside. He got tripped up as he lunges forward to the 40. That's a healthy gain of 6, though, for Dylan Kendrick on 1st down.
Good job there defensively, because if the tackle isn't made by Jackie Ford, Kendrick's going deep into the secondary.
Starting to get late first quarter here at the Bowl, 7-3. Tigers with the advantage. Horning lines up as the fullback. Running back is Kendrick. It's play action. Fisher coming near side. Has to get rid of it. Spins one, and it's caught. What a throw by Fisher on the move under pressure. And Elsperman gets tag team tackled at the 45-yard line with a late flag that comes in.
Goes from the 40 to the 45. Let's see what the laundry's about. He had 3 defenders right over there, and Matthew Fisher just threads it. 44-yard line, they're going to say.
Sideline warning against Mater Dei, so that play will stand. 1st down, Tigers.
So a big pickup there, move the chains, mark it at the Wildcat 44 as you see the replay. Coming back to the football. Any good receiver is going to do that, and Elsperman helps out Fisher and gets a 1st down.
From the Mater Dei 44, they'll go with Kendrick. And Kendrick able to get a couple as he was gliding up that right hash mark to the 41. We'll say a gain of 3.
One of our player profiles, Nate McDermott, who doubles up as a defensive tackle, shed the blocker and knocked him down for about a 3-yard gain. Memorial bringing in a second back, Jevin, giving them an extra blocker, not only on the run but in pass protection. But it gives them 1 less receiver.
First drive for the Tigers was 8 plays. This will be play number 6, which started back on their own 20. Fisher sets, launches deep down the field. One-on-one coverage, and it is caught for a Tiger touchdown. It's Luke Elsperman, his 4th touchdown catch of the season. That one a 41-yard bomb.
Matthew Fisher rolling left, sets his feet, and he'll turn his hips. And Elsperman, at the top of your screen, he hesitates a little bit, about 15 yards downfield, freezes the defensive back, and Matthew Fisher just drops it in to the breadbasket. And just like that, 2 possessions, 2 Tiger touchdowns.
101 coverage anytime against Elsperman. Good luck. Those 2 are going to hook up more times than not. Baird on for the PAT. He's perfect this year, 13 for 13, and he stays perfect.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Well, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for the Tigers. This one, a 41-yard touchdown pass. Fisher to Elsperman, capping off a 6-play, 80-yard drive in exactly 2 minutes. That is brought to you by Simplicity Furniture. They are located at 1309 North Green River Road in Evansville. Have fun shopping for furniture with Kelsey Coslet and his father, Pat.
Can't do any better than that offensively. 2 possessions, 2 scores. I've got them unofficially running up already 142 yards of offense.
Barrett with a shorter kick to the 10 will be returned. Middle of the field by the Wildcats, and streaking up shy of the 30 is Griffin Simmons. He is marked down to the 28-yard line.
O'Donohue on the stop. And it's getting darker out here. And I know it's the sun's down, but we've got big clouds rolling in.
Well, I was told that the Jasper-Bosse game, which is at Inlow Field, is in a weather delay, and that's not too far away from here. Well, you can see it kind of creeping across the river.
Mater Dei on their own 28, starting their third drive. They were 3 and out their first time. They kicked a 42-yard field goal by Cam Marks on the second.
Here's a handoff to Thacker, and he is stopped after a gain of 2 to the 30.
About 4 or 5 different white jerseys on the bottom of the pile. Coming up last was Matthew Hawkins. He's a senior, Devin, and this is his first game. He was injured during the summer. Took a little longer to mend. But Matthew Hawkins, first game of the year, comes up with a stop, a gain of about 2.
Second down and 8. Thacker was in motion. He'll catch the pass out in the flat, head of steam, but he's tackled right away at the 32-yard line. That was a good tackle by the junior, Connor O'Donohue.
Give him a couple more yards.
3rd and 6. It could be the final play of the first quarter. Wildcats don't have to snap it if they don't want to. The wind is really starting to swirl. You see some debris flying throughout the stands. Wildcats went with a hard count. Memorial does not jump, and that takes us to the end of the first quarter. Well, no, they snap it right before time expired. Ball is loose in the backfield. I think the Tigers wound up on it. Boy, they snapped the ball right before the clock hit triple zeros, and Mater Dei now wishes they didn't snap it as the rain comes pouring down here at the bowl, and the Tigers going to have it first down inside the red zone.
Quentin Merkel, the man on the recovery. Snaps down to about the 15-yard line, and Merkel there, one of many white shirts, and we played 1 quarter and we've got a downpour.
Well, it is raining sideways now at the bowl. I'm not sure if they're going to say the play on the field stands or what the case is, but we'll get it sorted out when we come back. It's 14-3 Tigers after 1.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Well, it is still raining sideways here at the Wrights Bowl as the first quarter came to an end. Tigers lead this game 14-3 with Mike Scovara. I'm Jevin Redman. Had a wacky end to the first quarter. It looked like Mater Dei had snapped the ball right before time expired. They let the play roll out, and it looks like they're going to say the clock hit triple zeros before the snap, so Mater Dei will still have the ball, but now they are sending the team, or each team, to the locker room, so we will be in a weather delay here at the end of the first quarter with Memorial in front 14-3.
If this play stands, Jevin, it was from the 32-yard line. The bad snap was picked up by Quentin Merkel, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Memorial Tigers at Mater Dei's 14-yard line. And a quick turn of events, an odd case there, as Mater Dei could have had the clock run out, but decided to snap it right then. And for Memorial defensively, if it stands, that will be their first fumble recovery of the year, as the rain continues to pour through. We're fortunate the wind is taking the rain away from the press box. But if the wind changes, we might need some slickers out there as well.
Well, if the wind changes, you're on your own because I'm out of here.
Oh, okay. But I tell you what, if there's been lightning, we could have a 30-minute delay.
Yeah. Well, we'll take a break on IndianaSRN. Tigers lead at 14-3 after 1.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Welcome back to the Wrights Bowl after a weather delay that has lasted about 40 minutes. At the conclusion of the first quarter, Tigers leading the Wildcats 14-3 on IndianaSRN. Alongside Mike Scavara, I'm Jevin Redmond. We have some things to clean up. First, let's recap how we got to this point. Tigers scored on their opening drive, going 8 plays, 62 yards in 3 minutes and 13 seconds. It was a 23-yard touchdown pass from Matthew Fisher to Simon Schultz. That was with just under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Mater Dei got on the board thanks to a 42-yard field goal from Cam Marks, capping off a 9-play, 44-yard drive in just over 4 minutes. It was 7-3 Tigers with 3:21 to go in the first quarter. And then Memorial scored on a 41-yard pass from Fisher to Luke Elsterman. That finished off a 6-play, 80-yard drive in exactly 2 minutes. Tigers led 14-3, and that is our score at the end of the first quarter. Now, it wasn't the final play, but we thought it was the final play of the first quarter when Mater Dei snapped the ball. We thought right before the clock hit triple zeros, it was a bad snap. The Tigers defense fell on inside the red zone, but we received word that the play never happened because the clock hit triple zeros before the snap was taken. So Mater Dei will have a 3rd down and 6 from their own 32-yard line when we resume. Again, with Mike Scavara, I'm Jevin Redmond. I tell you what, the rain came quickly. I mean, there was no wasted time. We saw it kind of forming just to our right along the river, and all of a sudden the skies opened up. And I want to give credit, though. Both student sections, Mater Dei and Memorial, they did not budge. The students stayed in their spot. They had a great time the last 40 minutes. It was fun to watch. So they are our Rock-A-Bar player of the game right now. But, man, what an effort by the student section the last 40 minutes.
I would think so. You're right, Jevin. And one thing I'm going to, before I forget, both of these are parochial schools. They got together on the west side at Sacred Heart Church on Monday evening. Both teams attended Mass. Mm-hmm. And you don't see that very often. Both teams doing the same thing. As again, offensively, in that first 12 minutes, I had unofficially Memorial 142 yards of offense, as Fisher was 6 of 7 passing for 107 yards. Mater Dei, they have a total of 53 yards of offense, 44 in that drive that set up that Marks field goal. So we are about ready for action here at the historic Wrights Bowl. And here, after the weather delay of a little under 45 minutes, Mater Dei with the ball, 3rd and 6.
From their own 32-yard line, trips wide receivers near side, single wide receiver far. Again, Mallory is their junior quarterback. He receives the snap. He's looking far side, throws to man wide open past the first down marker. That is Hayden Stockton, their senior wide receiver. And Mater Dei picks up a 1st down to begin the second quarter.
Joseph Hinkie was right there, but again, give offensive line credit, Mater Dei. Mallory had all time to throw. That's their 5th 1st down. The Tigers have 6 so far, and we're just early in the second quarter.
Mallory's looked good throwing the ball tonight. Also, he has really extended plays using his legs. I mentioned he doesn't use his legs a ton to run the ball, looking at his stats, but again, he's been very elusive in the backfield.
Very accurate on the short passing game.
From the 42 on 1st and 10, they'll go with Thacker up the middle. He's an aggressive runner, and he takes it to the 50-yard line, carving out 8 yards for Caden Thacker.
Needs a couple of defenders hitting the ground. Nothing fancy, just straight up the middle. What they do is scheme-wise, Jevin, they'll set out wide receivers, and that opens up some running lanes in the middle.
Looks like we're having a bit of an issue with our camera down there at the midfield stripe, so we'll get the true radio call here on TV as the handoff goes to Thacker off right tackle. He maybe got a half a yard. He's into Tiger territory, just shy of the 49-yard line, and they will have a 3rd down and a long one upcoming.
Well, Shears and O'Donohue on the stop, so just into Tiger territory. About a minute gone here in this second quarter after the nearly 45-minute rain delay. Mater Dei with the football, trailing Memorial by 11.
Ball resting left hash mark. Mallory goes under center. 3-back set. The handoff to the running back who picks up the 1st down. That is Thacker. He lowers his shoulder, taking on a Tiger tackler. He got down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 1st down for Mater Dei.
Brackett on the stop. Nice thing about Mater Dei, they'll take whatever you give you, and right now the Memorial defense trying to stop the pass of Mater Dei, they said, we'll keep it on the ground. Now they come up with 3 backs in the backfield.
They'll run it again, right up the middle. It's Thacker, tripped up past the 35-yard line to the 34. That's another gain of 8 for Caden Thacker.
Big chunks of yardage, and Jevin, it's once they break the huddle, they're getting up to the line of scrimmage rather quickly and just going on a quick snap as well, not allowing the defense to make any adjustments. Now this drive started on the Mater Dei 32. It's now on the 33-yard line of Memorial.
So before the 2nd and 2 snap, it looks like Mater Dei may have jumped early as a flag came from our umpire. It is a false start against Mater Dei, so that backs them up. And by the way, this next play for the Wildcats will be number 10 of this drive as the ball is resting at the Tigers' 38-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2 minutes gone, second quarter. Tigers leading 14-3.
4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. As getting those running lanes, now Mater Dei will come up with a I formation, a back in motion left to right.
It's Thacker off right tackle. He slid through the initial line of scrimmage and gets plenty more past the 30 all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of about 15 for Caden Thacker. And right now the Wildcats carving up the Tigers defense on the ground.
Brackett along with Kelly. Another first down, 7 first downs. Just doing it on the ground. In fact, that's how they did last year. They came out of the locker room 6-0 down and got the ball at midfield, and they just ran it right down the field. What they've done is they've gone to a tight end.
So from the 24 on play action, Mallory has to get rid of it, and he throws it away. He had a man in the area. That was Jackie Ford, but 2 Tigers were breathing down his neck, one of which was Connor O'Donohue and also Jake Lively. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they brought in a tight end, and that has made the running game a lot better. As now we've got our picture back. As you can see, Mater Dei deep into Memorial territory. Or I thought we had it back.
It's 2nd and 10 from the Tigers' 24-yard line. And a lot of this has been done on the ground, which is what they do here on this play. Handoff, Thacker spins out of 1 tackle to the 20, carrying Tigers inside the 20-yard line all the way down to the 18. He had to get all 6 of those yards on his own. And Thacker sets up a 3rd and short on play number 12 of this drive.
Yeah, they've gone to the run game formation with a tight end, or an extra lineman actually. And they have moved the football.
So it's 3rd down and 3 from the 17-yard line. Again, 3 backs behind Mallory, who is under center. They'll give it to the fullback, and that is Jackie Ford. Lowers his shoulder. He got it to 15. I think he's about a half yard short of the first down.
Shears and Combs on the stop. Memorial on 4th down will bring in their goal line defense, couple of defensive tackles. Ball on the right hash mark, a lot of room to the left. Big play defensively for the Tigers, offensively for Mater Dei.
So on 4th and 1 from the 15-yard line, 3-back set again. Mallory under center. The handoff is to the running back. Thacker needed a half a yard, and I think he got it. Looks like he got inside the 14 down to the 13, so this drive will continue.
And they don't waste any time breaking the huddle and getting up into the line of scrimmage. And in the red zone, they get a fresh set of downs.
Again, a lot of this has been done with Caden Thacker, the junior running back, who came in averaging 75 yards per contest.
Stick with us, folks. We're having camera difficulties, so we're getting our scoreboard camera here.
On play action, Mallory tries to run himself, and he's shoved out of bounds. Lively was the man that chucked him out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 10. It's a pickup of 4.
Yeah, that red zone offense has been what they've been running all the way down.
So this has been a lengthy drive, which started at the end of the first quarter. We're coming up on 7 minutes left before halftime. 2nd down and 6. This is Thacker. He's met in the backfield. He stays on his feet, but he will not get positive yards. Another tackle for loss for the Tigers. Thacker loses 3, and now it's 3rd and 9.
Initial contact was by Connor Hoare, but slipped off of him, but 2 or 3 more white shirts was able to come away with the stop. Loss of a couple. Again, bear with us, folks. We're trying to adjust our scoreboard camera to get you a view of the contest.
Our normal camera down around the 50-yard line, I think, maybe got dinged up with the rain a bit, so they're trying to adjust the best they can. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers set on 3rd and 9. Quick pass by Mallory. It's deflected and incomplete. Initially, he was trying to hit Nolan Schickel across the middle, but he threw it behind him. And now it's 4th and 9.
And they'll bring in Cam Marks.
So Marks will try to make his second field goal of the game. This one a much easier field goal attempt. His first one was good from 42 yards, and this one
about 30.
Will be about 30 yards to try to make it an 8-point game. The holder will be Hayden Stockton. That was a 17-play drive by Mater Dei, as they're trying to get 3 out of it. Marks 4 for 6 on field goals with 2 40-plus yard makes. Low snap, they get it down, kick on the way, and it is good. Nice job by the holder, Stockton, to get that down. 14-6 Tigers, middle of the second quarter.
Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar, oh yeah.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
$14-6 now is our score as Memorial leads Mater Dei. Wildcats get a couple of field goals from Cam Marks. The last one was a 30-yard attempt. 17-play drive, 59 yards, 6 minutes and 41 seconds off the clock. And now the Tigers will have just their 3rd offensive possession of the game, but they're 2 for 2 in scoring drives as they lead 14-6.
Each team coming up with a couple of scores. Memorial touchdowns and extra points. Field goals for Mater Dei.
Marks with his booming leg as his kick lined up in the back of the end zone.
Let's see what kind of defensive adjustments Mater Dei will come up with as the Memorial passing game before the rain was doing real well.
If you need a new front door, Lensing Home Showroom sells and installs a wide variety of exterior doors. Learn more at lensingHomeShowroom.com. They are a proud sponsor of Tigers football here on IndianaSRN. The 2 scoring drives for the Tigers tonight have gone 8 plays, 62 yards, and 6 plays, 80 yards. They start with Horning and Kendrick in the backfield. Fisher takes a knee-high snap, handoff Kendrick, and he slithers through the line of scrimmage between the tackles. He got to the 26, a pickup of 6.
Memorial comes out with a tight end formation that time, Jevin. Good running room there.
Fisher 6 of 7 passing tonight for 100-plus yards. He's got 2 long touchdown throws.
It's like pressure by linebackers.
Fisher spins one to the Tigers sideline, man wide open to the 30-yard line, and then accelerating to the 36.
Dockery.
Good yards after the catch as Luke Dockery, the junior wide receiver, hauls in. First down for the Tigers.
Schickel along with Farmer on the stop, but not after the Tigers pick up another first down. That's their 7th. 6 via the pass.
Second catch of the night for Dockery. He has 8 on the season. First set of downs from the Tigers' 37-yard line.
A run out with tight end out of the I formation. Offset Horning, the fullback, out to the right.
The give is to Kendrick. And Kendrick tugged down from behind after a pickup of a yard. First man to get to him was Aiden Roberts. And also McDermott helped out on the tackle, pickup of 1.
They went strong formation and they went away from it. Now they'll go strong formation with the back and the receivers.
Mater Dei showed some pressure, pass quickly near side, Elserman, and he used his legs to scamper after the catch, the 45-yard line that goes down for a 7-yard completion. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Got tripped up in the secondary that time by Grant Wenger. And big play here defensively for Mater Dei, 3rd and 1.
4:40 left before halftime. Tigers trying to convert another 3rd down here. Play clock is at 10 seconds.
Yeah, and
they'll reset it because they were a bit late getting the ball off the field. They were swapping out football, so now we're ready on 3rd and 1. Hard count by Fisher. Looking toward the Tigers sideline with head coach John Hurley. Gives him a series of signals.
Look for some linebacker movement, trying to lock off those running lanes.
It's Kendrick, and he will not make it. Tackle for loss to the 43-yard line. And
Good
now Memorial will have a 4th and 4.
Good penetration that time.
Now remember, in the first quarter, it was a 4th and 4. Similar area of the field, and Fisher moved out to his right. He has the capability to throw and also run, and ended up keeping it himself. He ran for the first down instead of doing the rugby-style kick. We'll see if they elect to do that again.
Claw side, one of the tacklers in there.
High snap. Fisher rolls to his right. He'll take off running, and Fisher gets the first down near the 50-yard line. That was a bit more risky than the first one from Fisher, but he used his strength and his speed. He picks up 6 and a Tigers first down. I didn't think he was going to make it initially.
Coach Hurley pulling out all stops here. Watch the top of the screen. That was run almost all the way. Nice blocking out there with the 3 guys protectors, and he gets just short of the 50. 2 first downs rushing, both of them on those 4th down plays.
He's going to pass behind the line of scrimmage. Elserman caught it. He was greeted right away. Tigers will lose a couple there. The first man to hit him was Griffin Simmons. He was right on top of that play. And it's a loss of 4 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, that tackle was made in the scouting report. When they see that formation and see that play, they're bringing up the secondary man immediately. He didn't waste any time coming up. Big loss.
A 2.5 to go here in the second quarter. Tigers will get the football to start the 3rd. So in a perfect world, they'd like to score here, then get it back.
3 receivers, top of the screen.
Fisher has time. Now he moves to his right. Fisher still on his feet. He slings it, and a juggling attempt by Elserman. It's broken up, incomplete.
Good job defensively there. Elserman tried to give him a passing lane. Elserman top of the screen there at the 50-yard line. Coming back to the ball and then taking off. And a good job there defensively, coming up with a stop. Knocking it out was Schickel.
So now Memorial set up with a 3rd down and 14. They have to get to the Mater Dei 42 for a first down. We've seen the deep threat a couple of times here in the first half from Fisher. 4 wide receivers set. Kendrick back there as well. Fisher gets rid of it quickly. Pass is caught. That is Dockery. Shifty move at 35, now 30. Far sideline 20. Dockery still on his feet, and he now falls out of bounds all the way inside the red zone. And the Tigers now set up 1st and 10 from the Mater Dei 13. What a shifty move out in space by Dockery. He had the first down, but got much more with that move.
50 yards. Watch the top of the screen there. Pump fake, throws it, and then, as you said, shifty move, 1-2. And then all of a sudden sprinting down the field and finally getting knocked out of bounds inside the red zone.
So 1st and 10 from the 13. Tigers trying to score a touchdown on all 3 drives here in the first half. Horning and Kendrick in the backfield. They'll go with a fake to Horning. They pitch it to Kendrick. Tries to make a man miss. He does the 10. Shifting to his left, and Kendrick gets dropped at 5. That is a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. That was play number 10 of this drive. The Tigers will be somewhat patient, too. You want to try to use some of that clock.
Ball on the left hash mark. Strong formation out to the right this time.
They pitch it to Kendrick, looking for a block from Elsterman. A flag flies as Kendrick gets tripped up at the 3. It's going to move it back, though. It's probably hold against the Tigers as they're inside the Weichert Realtors, the Schultz Group red zone. The Schultz Group has been supporting the Tigers and Southwest Indiana's real estate needs for over 50 years. Give them a call if you are looking to buy or sell.
Flag dropped about on the line of scrimmage. Actually, beyond the line. It'll be only the 2nd penalty against Memorial. Holding.
So as a hold, we'll move it back to the 15-yard line now. It's 2nd down and 12.
It'll be 2nd down from the Wildcat 15.
Again, Fisher tonight has thrown for 2 touchdowns. He's thrown for 6 touchdowns the last 6 quarters. Trips near side. Dockery, lone wide receiver far side. They move Schultz in motion left to right. Little shovel pass inside to Schultz, and he lowers his shoulder inside the 10. A safe play there down to the about the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 7.
Stofflet on the stop. And we have a Wildcat player down.
It'll be 3rd and 4 from the Mater Dei 7. That injured player from Mater Dei now up to his feet, hustling off the field.
Little chess match here on 3rd and short inside the 10. Do you bring the linebackers? Do you run or pass? We're going to find out. They go a spread formation this time.
Elserman in motion, left to right. Fisher moves that way. Pump fakes, throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Simon Schultz for the 2nd time tonight. This one a 7-yard variety, and the Tigers have scored a touchdown on all 3 drives here in the first half.
Good job that time. They put man in motion out to the right, and then comes back. Fisher comes back as watch the quarterback. 3 receivers out, and Simon Schultz just gets to the end zone, finds a spot, and gets his 2nd touchdown reception of the night.
That was a 13-play drive by Memorial. Barrett on for the PAT. And the kick is good. 21-6 Tigers. 36 seconds to go here in the first half.
Over here at Hyundai of Evansville, we love this community and we love these hot deals that we are offering. Like low prices on the new 23 Santa Fe, now getting an additional $2,500 rebate when you finance with Hyundai Motor Finance and get 3-year free maintenance and America's Best warranty.
So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, stop in and let us show you some love.
Right here at Hyundai of Evansville, where credit is never a deal breaker.
Where nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because I can grow stronger on the field and in my faith. I believe in my teammates. I believe in my classmates. And through Christ, I believe I can accomplish anything.
Come live your faith at Wrights Memorial.
Simplicity Furniture scoring drive for the Tigers. 13 plays, 80 yards in 6 minutes and 4 seconds. 7-yard touchdown grab by Simon Schultz, his 2nd of the night. And it is his first 2 touchdown catches of the season. Simplicity Furniture, located at 1309 North Green River Road in Evansville. Have fun shopping for furniture with Kelsey Coslett and his father, Pat. So each team had the ball once or they've had the ball once in the second quarter. Each team has also had the ball 3 times in this opening half. As Baird's kickoff drifts to the 2-yard line. Mater Dei hoping for a lengthy return, and they get it out to the 25-yard line. And that was 23, Ethan Stoffleth. And we'll see how aggressive Mater Dei gets. They do have 3 timeouts, but just 29 seconds to work with. At Melkay, they have all your commercial, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing needs. At Melkay, big projects, big solutions. Also hope you stick around for our halftime show as Tucker Smith will talk with Kyle Soklin, a sports reporter from the Evansville Courier and Press.
J.J. Lowry, special teams, or defensive back on the stop. You come up with something deep into the playbook, or you just kind of run out the clock and try to figure out the last 2 quarters.
The 23.
That's take a knee formation.
And that is what Mallory will do. He will take a knee, and that will run out the clock. So a first half that was pretty efficient by the Tigers. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. Defense, bend don't break, gave up 2 field goals. We also had about a 45-minute rain delay or weather delay with some lightning. All in all, our halftime score between 2 undefeated teams. It is number 1 Memorial leading number 7 Mater Dei 21-6, and our halftime show is coming up next.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career, your first pay raise, the 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family, or the day of your last car loan payment, much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree, we care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Does your home's exterior need a makeover? Consider a new entry door from Lensing Building Specialties. Browse classic and modern door styles to boost your home's curb appeal. Explore our wide variety of beautiful and energy-efficient entry and patio doors. Don't worry about the work. Schedule an appointment for our skilled techs to install it for you. Get started at lensingbuildingspecialties.com and make your home feel new again.
A Rights Memorial education is now more affordable than ever. If you fit within certain income guidelines, you could receive over $6,000 of tuition assistance. Find out if you qualify for an Indiana School Choice Scholarship or other tuition assistance opportunities. Your child, your money, your choice. Visit rightsmemorial.org for more information.
We have reached halftime here at the Wrights Bowl. Memorial leading Mater Dei 21-6. Let's recap the first half scoring for the Tigers. They scored first on their opening drive, going 8 plays, 62 yards in 3 minutes and 13 seconds. It was a 23-yard touchdown pass to Simon Schultz, 7-0 Tigers. Mater Dei got on the board with a 42-yard field goal from Cam Marks late in the first quarter. It was a 9-play, 44-yard drive in 4 minutes and 28 seconds, 7-3 Tigers. Memorial on their second drive went 6 plays, 80 yards in exactly 2 minutes. It was a 41-yard touchdown pass from Fisher to Luke Elserman, 14-3 Tigers. Mater Dei then responded with a 30-yard field goal from Cam Marks. It was a lengthy drive, 17 plays, 59 yards in 6 minutes and 41 seconds. It was 14-6 Memorial with 6:40 to go in the second quarter. And the Tigers got the final points of the half. With 36 seconds left, a 7-yard connection between Fisher and Simon Schultz. Schultz's second touchdown catch of the night. 13 plays, 80 yards in 6 minutes and 4 seconds. And again, we had about a 45-minute weather delay as well in the first half, which is why We are just now at halftime. Coming up next, Tucker Smith will talk with Kyle Soklin from the Evansville Courier and Press as the Tigers lead this game 21-6 on IndianaSRN.
Melk, located in Evansville, Indiana, provides mechanical, electrical, and plumbing solutions nationwide. We deliver quality service to the industrial, commercial, and healthcare industries. If you have a big project, we bring big solutions. That includes designing and installing green energy systems that benefit your business. Our in-depth knowledge and commitment to safety make us the perfect partner in MEP contracting. Contact us for an estimate on your next project. Melk, big projects, big solutions.
Why do our students
Thank you. Hello and welcome back to Wrights Bowl for the 8th Annual Hunger Bowl, brought to you by the Knights of Columbus. Memorial 21, Mater Day 6 here in halftime. This is your Royal Express Car Wash halftime show. I'm your host, Tucker Smith, alongside special guest Kyle Soklin from the Courier and Press. Kyle, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Tucker. At least we're dry up here.
I know. I was going to ask, did you get a little wet down there on the sideline?
A little bit. May have ran up the bowl stairs faster than I ever have before.
Well, it was funny sitting up here. We could see that cloud coming in, and it looked pretty ominous. So I saw people starting to spread, and I was like, oh, that rain's hitting. And it hit quick. But, Kyle, I know this time of year is a busy time for you. I mean, every part of the year is busy, but this kind of season in particular is the busiest. So, I guess we'll start out with some of those folks that maybe don't know you. Where'd you come from? How'd you start? How'd you get in this business? And what do you do?
Yeah, high school reporter for the newspaper in Evansville. First off, journalism degree from Indiana University, from Bedford, Indiana, and I worked at that newspaper for a couple years before I got this job in 2016. Been here for almost 8 years now, or maybe over 8 years. So, just covered a lot of high school sports. Might dabble in college sports here in town if needed, but mostly you'll find me at least on Friday nights here on a football field.
Well, we appreciate all you do for high school sports, and your job's kind of one of those thankless jobs. I think you do a lot for high school sports as far as spreading the word about high school sports here in southern Indiana, because sometimes we don't get the credit that we deserve, especially if you go north of Bloomington. So we appreciate what you do. I know obviously the Courier and Press, it's changed over the years. Obviously just that field in general has changed. It's not just a newspaper anymore. I mean, you guys do a lot of digital stuff as well. And so I guess kind of go into a little bit of how the field's changed even in your time that you've been doing it.
Yeah, growing up, I'm the son of a writer, so I got the newspaper every single morning. I look at the box scores on Saturday mornings after football games. I mean, it just is. When I got here, we had different deadlines, different focuses. Now it's digital first, so we can get the story out quicker. We can get the news out quicker. Especially, it's a lot easier. It's just a couple clicks of the button in our system, and it goes live. For me, it is what it is. I mean, I do the best I can with the cards I'm dealt, and if that means digital first, that's where I put my focus, and hopefully it goes well.
What's your X handle for those that maybe aren't following you on X right now?
It's just my name, Kyle Soklin, KYLESOKELAND.
There you go.
Right now, if I'm at a game, you'll probably see updates from me on there. It's usually the only social media app I'm on. I'm not very good at the other ones.
Well, you do a good job on that, so if you aren't following Kyle on X, definitely give him a follow so you can stay up to date on all high school sports. So, Kyle, what's a day in the life of a high school sports reporter? I mean, obviously you wake up in the morning, you grab your Diet Mountain Dew. I know that's your first go-to, right?
Oh, not diet.
Oh, diet, regular. Sorry, my bad.
Well, luckily I can sleep in since games are at night. But I mean, it just usually depends on the day. We might have a meeting at least once a week just to plan what we do over the course of the week, especially during the fall for football. And then I might just be at a game. If it's soccer, shoot highlights, just bank ideas and info for other stories. For example, on Wednesday I was at the SIAC Girls Golf Tournament. I know what happened, and I can bank what just trends and who played well for stories for coming up in the postseason. And on Friday nights, it's usually get to the game about an hour early, get ready, and not done until maybe 11.
I got you. So I mean, obviously the stories you have to wait until something happens to write them. But do you try to? I know you do a lot of preparation throughout the week, for these certain events. Are some of these stories kind of written in advance to a certain degree?
They can be. If we were focusing on a player or a coach or something very specific, it can be not written ahead of time, but just thought out. If it's a game like this, it just depends on who wins and what happens in it, and I try to spin it forward to what does that victory mean, especially between 2 3-0 teams. Whoever's 4-0 is going to have a leg up here in the city.
Sure.
So it can happen both ways.
So speaking of city scores, we'll go ahead and talk about some city scores going on. You might have a more updated list here than I do, but right now what I've got, Castle over Harrison 35-0, so running clock there. I don't think there's any surprises from that one. Wrights is up 21-6 over North. I kind of thought that might be a little bit of a closer game, but I mean there's still a whole half left in that one. Jasper 14 over Bossy 0, and then Vincennes 20 over Central. That's got 7.
Yeah, I mean the only close game there, kind of the Wrights North game, because I think Jasper's now up 21-0.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, better. At least we assumed on paper this would be the best game of the week between 2 and 3-0 teams. I like what Wrights has been doing, especially considering how many people they did graduate from those back-to-back undefeated regular season teams. But 3-0, I mean, North has a good defense, but I think Wrights has the stronger team, so it's not surprising that they're up at halftime. As far as the other city scores, I mean, nothing's really sticking out. I mean, it's going about as expected.
Yeah, I agree. Just looking at those scores, I definitely agree with that. So I'm going to call you, or in the area, the high school sports expert here. You can roll your eyes, but it's true. You're the guy that does all the work. You're out here at more games than any of us. So I'm going to give you some rapid fire. Let's hear some prediction for you from just SIC football. All right, I'm not going to do like every sport or anything. That would be wild. But SIC football. So let me know like how far you think they're going to go postseason.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
All right. Let's start with Memorial.
Well, I know you want predictions, but
do we want to start with another team?
Well, no, whoever wins that sectional could go all the way to Indy. Let's put it that way.
That's fair.
There's 4 top 6 teams in that sectional. Memorial could be that one, but I can't look far past Gibson Southern, Heritage Hills, or even this Modern Day team.
I agree completely. All right, so I guess same thing then for Modern Day. We'll put them in kind of the same boat.
Yeah,
just
kind of the same boat.
Sectionals.
I mean, I kind of need to see more from them because the other 3 teams are more proven, at least over the last year or so. Modern Day's been better than I expected, at least back in August and July.
Okay. All right, so then we got, we'll talk about Central.
I mean, I like what Brandon's doing. It's miles and miles better than where they had been. It's just, I think it's going to take another year or 2 for them to keep building the numbers back up. But maybe depending on the draw, maybe they can get another win.
Yeah, that's a big ship to turn. It's not anything when you come into a program like that. It doesn't just happen overnight. I mean, that's something that's going to take some years. And I agree with you. I think he's moving things in the right direction, and it's going to be a complete culture change at that program. But I think they're moving in the right direction. So. All right, we'll talk about Wrights.
Well, Wrights, I can see them going semi-state. I mean, it's there for the taking. The 4A sectional, it's still going to be competitive, but it's not what it was last couple years without Memorial. And then East Central has been the roadblock for everybody, but they're in 5A now. So I think whoever gets through their sectional could have a path forward to a couple more weekends.
Now, Chittard did move up to 4A,
they
correct?
Did, yes.
Okay, so they're going to be competitive again this year.
They should be in the South, I believe. And, yes, Chittard. I mean, they beat a very good Heritage Hills team by a lot in the state championship game.
Yeah. All right, Harrison?
Harrison's interesting because I think they're better than that record says. They almost beat Jasper. They can move the football and score, and that sectional could be interesting depending on the draw. I'd think maybe first or second weekend of that sectional is possible.
Yeah, just from some film that I've watched, and I know you've seen some live games, but I feel like they're one of those teams that they just got to put everything together at the right time. Like they've had some things that have worked one game, and then the other time, the other game it's been something else that's worked. So I think if they put it all together, they could definitely be dangerous. All right, so we got Bossy.
I think Bossy's in the same boat as Central right now. I mean, a competitive game there, and depending on the draw, I believe, they're still in 4A or are they 3A?
They are 3A.
Well, it depends on the sectional draw there, but maybe for 1 or 2 games in sectional.
Okay, and then Vincennes?
They are very interesting because I don't know much about them yet.
Yeah.
They lost some athletes, but also returned some. Maybe they're in that 3A sectional too. That's really tough.
They've got some size too. They can be scary as far as how big they are. And then Castle.
Castle, it could be a regional or semi-state at least, because I would put them as a favorite still in that sectional, unless Floyd Central has a team good enough, and that's a maybe just because they're 2 hours away and I don't get to see them very often. But I like Castle's defense. I mean, they're going to be able to stop the ball, and they need to get some pass going with that running back.
Yeah, which it looks, I don't know how they scored their touchdowns tonight, but being up 35-0 on Harrison's pretty impressive. It looks like they might have started to get their offense going here a little bit middle of the season. So, and then last one we got is North.
North, little team, kind of weird to figure out. Good defense. At least it's not showing on paper, but very solid defense. Good running back. They just need to be able to throw the ball to at least open some lanes for them. It will depend on that sectional draw, but maybe they can be in that championship game against Castle again.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Kyle, thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. I know I kind of threw you into the lion's den here asking you some of these tough questions, but the good news is this is kind of a memorial broadcast, so I don't think you made anybody mad by your predictions there. So, no, but Kyle, we appreciate, again, everything you do for high school sports around the city. Thanks for being here tonight, and thanks for always letting everybody know what's going on with high school sports.
Yeah, my pleasure, Tucker.
Thanks, Kyle. All right, well, this was your Royal Express Car Wash halftime show. Make sure you check out Royal Express Car Wash. Royal Express provides daily 24/7 car washing in Evansville, Indiana, located right off the Lloyd Expressway on Pearl Drive on the west side. The Rupp family gives you fast and convenient one-time washes as well as unlimited wash plans, all at an affordable price. Thanks for watching the Royal Express Car Wash halftime show. Again, your Tigers are up 21-6 over the Wildcats. We appreciate you watching Memorial Football live on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Since 1973, People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet has been operated by 3 generations of the Flitner family. From Stan Sr. to Stan Jr., and now Stan's daughter Susan and her husband Jacob. For the last 50 years, customer service and quality home furnishings has been their goal. Other furniture stores may come and go, but People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet will show you how easy it can get for the next 50 years.
People's Furniture and Mattress Outlets, how easy can it get?
Evansville's original pizza since 1955? Why, it's Rocca Bar Pizza, of course. 17 incredible specialty pizzas. Mega Meat, Chicken Barbecue, Rocco Pesto, and Bacon Cheeseburger. Or how about Quesadilla, Chicken Bacon Ranch, Hawaiian Margarita around the world, and their breakfast pizza. Plus all your favorites. Oh yeah, don't forget about their signature salad. It's like none other. Dine in, carry out, or catered. Rediscover Evansville's original and still the best Rocca Bar Pizza.
Just about ready for half number 2 here between Mater Dei and Memorial. Tigers leading this game 21-6 with Mike Scavara. I'm Javin Redmond. Thanks to Tucker Smith and Kyle Soakland for their halftime show. And Mike, as we reflect on the first half, not much to really gripe about if you're a Tigers fan. From a Mater Dei perspective, you're in that locker room. What has to change for them, considering the Tigers are 3 for 3 on their scoring drives?
And it's the passing game, 12 of 14 for 180 yards and 3 touchdown passes for Matthew Fisher, along with the fact that he's been passing it around to all of his receivers. I've got unofficially 222 yards of total offense for the Tigers in their 3 possessions. Mater Dei 108, and the Tiger defense has been able to stop them and force field goals. So, yes, defensively they haven't stopped Memorial yet. And really, when you stop and think about it, we're talking about his passing game and 3 touchdowns, but 2 of those drives were kept alive out of punt formation, first down runs by Matthew Fisher. So not only doing with his arm, he's doing with his legs as well.
In that Tigers defense, there's been times where it looks like the Mater Dei offense is gaining some traction. You look at their last scoring drive, they had a 30-yard field goal from Marks, a 17-play drive that took over 6 minutes off the clock. But for Memorial and their defense, it's really a bend-don't-break defense. They lock down once you get around the 20-25-yard line, and that's been the biggest difference. Both teams have moved the ball, but the Tigers have gotten 7. Mater Dei's gotten 3.
And as you said, Mater Dei is going to be able to have to go on defense and stop. And I see a yellow flag there that's being picked up by the referee. Not quite sure what that's all about. But again, a big thank you. We talk about the Rockabar player of the game. Well, I think we've got 2 of them right here up in the press box with us. And as Sam Doherty and Nick Lewis, our producer, and Doherty, our cameraman, we had some issues, folks, with our camera that during that rain delay of about 45 minutes. So we're actually using the camera that we use to watch the time. So in any case, a great opportunity for Mater Dei here if they can come up with a stop. Memorial looking to get more.
So I just saw the White Hat signal delay of game against Mater Dei. They were a bit late to get back out once the time ran off, and they put 3 minutes back up, and the clock started. The referee signaled for them to stop it, reset at 3 minutes, and the flag came out. So it's a delay of game against Mater Dei.
Interesting.
I don't recall ever seeing that, where a team is late out of the locker room and they get a flag for it. But
no, I have. But I'm not quite sure when that occurs. You have to be out before the clock hits 0 before. It'd be interesting. In any case, looking for 24 more minutes. As again, this game between Evansville Memorial and Evansville Mater Dei, the Knights of Columbus, they do a fundraiser. They call it the Hunger Bowl. This is the 8th annual. As they do a great job, the Knights of Columbus, the 10 councils in Southwest Indiana. And kudos to them. If you get on their website, they're still taking donations.
All right, second half underway as Marks, with his big right leg, boots it away, zipping through the dark night into the end zone, another touchback.
3 for 3 on touchbacks. Came in with the night with 12.
The Tigers' last 2 drives have gone 80 yards.
See what kind of adjustments both clubs have made. Memorial offense, Mater Dei defense. We still got a lot of football left.
We do. See, the 21-6 is our score. That is, of course, still 2 possessions. Tigers scored with 36 seconds left in the second quarter. Fisher has thrown for 3 touchdowns, 2 of which have gone to Simon Schultz, the other one to Luke Elsterman.
And 2 backfield. That's how they finished the first half.
They're going to throw on their first play of the half. Deep shot down the field, wide open. Elsterman to the 40. He stays on his feet to the 30. 20. Goodbye. First play. Touchdown Tigers. 80 yards. Fisher to his favorite target. The seniors hook up. And the Tigers have scored on all 4 possessions, 27-6.
They saw something there in that first half defensively for Mater Dei. Just look at the top of your screen. Elsterman, again, stutter step, freezes the defensive back, can't make the stop. And Elsterman from about the 35-yard line just cruises in as the Tigers strike in 14 seconds of the second half to go up 27-6. With the PAT to come.
Elsterman had to stop just for a very split second to catch that, and then he was able to get out of the tackle, and nobody was around him. It's a walk-in touchdown. Barrett for the PAT. Yes, kick is good for Barrett. 28-6 Tigers, just underway here in the second half.
Number 7, Barrett's kick is good.
Rock-A-Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar, oh yeah.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because our academics prepare students to succeed in college and in life. I believe in educating our students to their highest potential. I believe in creating a welcoming, faith-based learning environment. And I believe a memorial education is the foundation for a bright future.
Explore the endless possibilities at Wrights Memorial.
Tigers waste no time. One play, 80 yards. Luke Elfserman, his second touchdown catch of the night. And for Matthew Fisher, his fourth touchdown pass tonight. Now back-to-back weeks in which Fisher has thrown for 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, we've got him unofficially 13 of 15 for 260 yards.
Barrett's kick stays in bounds and skips into the end zone for a touchback.
Again, I'm doing this from memory, Jeff, and I should have it written down, but I'll have to apologize. Again, 2 weeks ago, or I guess in game 2, he comes up with rushing touchdowns for 3. That's a career rushing. 4 touchdown passes. He's equaled that. He set that last week in touchdown passes. And I think 265 yards is his career high as far as yardage. And I think he's only 5 yards away from that. Quite a performance by the youngster.
Mater Dei 1st and 10 for the 20, their first offensive play of the third quarter. Mallory drops back to pass, spins one left side, caught at the 30-yard line, then slipping past the 35 to the 37. It's a gain of 17. That one went to Caden Thacker. He's had a couple of catches tonight.
Now Thacker out of the backfield. Nice job there. Doesn't get picked up. Gets past the linebacker. If he doesn't slip, he's got more yardage.
Stockton in motion, right to left to fake it to him. The give is on the ground to Thacker. Started left, cuts back right, and is able to rumble to the 42-yard line. He gets 5 yards on that carry.
Hawkins, Bryant, along with Combs on the stop, but not after good yardage. Of course, Tate Mallory, again, we don't have access to some of their stats, but he's thrown the ball well and has run the ball well, and with his feet, he extended the plays. So we've got 2 fine quarterbacks out here tonight at Wrights Bowl.
Right on cue, Mallory's going to throw. Screen pass. Thacker has a blocker to the 45 to the 50. In the Tigers' territory, Thacker is down to the 46-yard line. That goes for about 12 yards and a first down.
Well-designed play there. They rush in and then throw back, and they had a convoy of blockers out there moving into Tiger territory.
Now, granted,
back-to-back first downs.
Granted, last year we only saw Mallory play one game. That was at Inlow Field. I'm going to send him one time this year, but you talk about big improvements from his sophomore to his junior year. He's looked very composed back there and has thrown the ball well. 1st and 10 for the Tigers, 46. He's going to throw again here as protection. Here's a deep shot across the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Jacob Randolph, the sophomore, was pleading for a flag, but I think the pass was well over his head.
Joseph Hinkie on the coverage. Well-designed play, just overthrew. And Greer's Flooring America, 812-471-0400. Give them a call if you need some flooring needs.
They're our scoreboard sponsor here in 2024 for Tigers football. Stockton in motion again, right to left. Quarterback Mallory keeps himself this time. He gets tripped up at the 43-yard line, a gain of 3. We'll set up 3rd and long.
Middle linebacker Alex Mercier stayed at home and knocked down Mallory. Big play here. Tigers defense looking to force a kick.
2 minutes gone, third quarter. Tigers scored in the very first play of the third. 80-yard pass to Luke Elfserman. Thacker next to Mallory, and the Tigers will take a timeout. We'll do it with them. Early third quarter.
Carezzo Landscape has provided landscape services to customers in the Evansville area for over 20 years. The company started small in the late 1990s and has grown to where it is today because of a devoted effort to provide quality and personable service. The goal of our staff is to consistently meet and exceed our customers' expectations while adding value to each property we visit. Call us today at 812-853-6868 for all your landscape needs.
Those Casey's dugout where the flavor's on fire. Pizza so good it'll take you higher. From Evansville, repping the town. Hot slices, cold drinks, best spot around. We're different, come see, we got what you need. Ice cold ski, that's the drink for your feet. Crispy crust, toppings for eternity. Come for the pizza, stay for the company. Those Casey's dugout where the flavor's on fire.
Tigers defense took a timeout before this 3rd and 7 play for Mater Dei from the Memorial 43. Mallory looking left side, throws to Stockton, who catches at the 35-yard line, gets 2 feet in bounds, and that is just enough for a first down. Needed 7 and got about 9. Mater Dei first down.
Jalen Carter pushes him out. A fresh set.
Mater Dei goes fairly quickly. Stockton in motion, left to right. The give is to Thacker, right up the middle. He's inside the red zone, down to the 16. That was just right up the gut for 18 yards.
4th first down of this drive.
Thacker's looked good at the running back position tonight.
Full house backfield, tight end left.
Thacker again stumbles a bit at the initial line of scrimmage, but he stays on his feet down to the 10, a pickup of 6 more yards.
Just power football that time. They lined up. And red zone activity have been stopped and forced a couple of field goals.
Be 2nd and 4 from the 10. We'll see if they keep it with Thacker again. A couple more guys join him in the backfield. It is Thacker off left tackle. And Thacker's able to pick up the first down. He's marked down at the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
And this could turn into an 80-yard scoring drive for Mater Dei.
This next play will be number 10 of the drive. And again, they're going with a bit more up-tempo. They've only used about 3 minutes off the clock.
Well, when you're down 28-6,
you have
things you do.
From
Same
the
play.
5 on 1st and goal. Thacker marching off left tackle. He stays on his feet, and Mater Dei gets their first touchdown of the night. It is Caden Thacker from 5 yards out. That is his 7th rushing touchdown of the year.
Good job offensive line blocking that time. As instead of trying to chase the extra point going for 2, we're going to kick it here.
Mark's perfect on PATs this year. He's 13 for 13. We've seen him make 2 field goals already tonight. So Mater Dei needed a score to stay in the game. They get it. PAT from Marks is good. And we are back to a 2-score game. Tigers still lead by 15.
Licensed Sports Official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Ten-play drive for Mater Dei, 80 yards, 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Caden Thacker caps it off with a 5-yard touchdown run. He did a lot of the work on that drive, whether it be receiving or just straight rushing. We have a few score updates for you. In the fourth quarter, Casso leads Harrison 42-0. Vincennes on top of Central 26-7 in the fourth. These other scores are in the third. Wrights leads North 28-6. Jasper over Bossy 21-0. And that scoreboard update is brought to you by Kipley's on the corner of the Lloyd Expressway and Bakey Avenue. Join them before or after the game for great food and fun. Another touchback.
Yeah, 4 kickoffs, 4 touchbacks. Can't get any better than that.
Well, you also can't get any better than 4 drives, 4 touchdowns there for the Tigers.
Yeah, you look at Mater Dei, they've had 5 possessions and they've scored on 3 of them.
Yeah.
They've had a punt and then they had a kneel down at the end of the first half. Yeah, Mater Dei, they come up with a stop and force a punt. Even when they forced punts a couple times, got to remind you that Fisher out of punt formation ran for first downs twice.
Wildcat here on the first play of the drive. Elserman will run it. Left side, got a block out there, 30. Elserman, lightning quick past the 40, cruising up the Tigers sideline to the 45. So a different wrinkle there with the Wildcat. It goes for 25. A rush from Elserman.
And for Elsperman rushing on the season, that's only his 3rd carry. Mm-hmm. He had 4 before, and he's added to that total big time.
He has 2 rushes for 4 yards coming in. He gets 25 there.
New wrinkle there.
Saw that a lot last year when Fisher was injured the second half of the season. 2-back set, Horning and Kendrick. Fisher will hand off to Kendrick. Moving left side of the 50 into Mater Dei territory. Another healthy gain for Kendrick to the 39-yard line. And the Tigers first down.
Then Dylan Ahola on the stop, but not after the Tigers go back-to-back rushing first downs.
So 25 yards and now a 16-yard run for Kendrick. Again, this Memorial offense came in averaging 35 points per game. They've been consistent. They scored 37 week 1 against Jasper, 35 week 2 against North, and 35 week 3 against Central.
An offset, Horning to the right.
Kendrick back-to-back carries, back-to-back healthy gains to the 25-yard line. 15 more yards for Kendrick.
Ethan Stofflet coming up and making the stop. He didn't roll him there, even though he got a first down. Kendrick's going for a lot more. Good saving tackle there.
Kendrick came in averaging 8.5 yards per carry, 65 yards per game. $7:15 to go here in the third quarter. Tigers have to hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Play clock at 5. Fisher recognizes it. Fisher fakes the handoff, keeps it himself right up the middle of the field, all the way into the end zone. Matthew Fisher, 24-yard touchdown for the Tigers. 5 for 5 on scoring drives tonight.
Looks like they had Horning tackled for a loss, and he just took it right out of his belly and then accelerated right up the field. Well, doing it with his arm and his legs.
Well, Fisher had a 39-yard touchdown run against North, week 2. That was 25 yards and his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Barrett, good on the kick. And Memorial back up. 3 possessions, 7 minutes to go, third quarter.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Another Simplicity Furniture scoring drive for the Tigers. 4 plays, 80 yards in 91 seconds. Matthew Fisher, 25-yard touchdown run. And it's 35-13 for Memorial. Still 7 minutes left in the third quarter.
A lot of time left.
We're seeing quite a few touchbacks between these two kickers. Barrett's kick here will fall short of a touchback and be returned from the 7. Coming left side, a little bit of space to weave his way out of bounds. That is Ethan Stoffleth. No flag on the return, so Monterey will get fairly good field position, it looks like. Short of the 35-yard line. There's a bunch of extra whistles afterwards if I thought maybe they were trying to sort out a flag. There was a flag. Where is that thing at? Oh, it's far side of the field. There we go.
So it's at the 25.
It's a hold against Mater Dei.
Oh, okay. So they'll mark it back all the way to the 15. Not the way Coach Gable wanted to start this drive.
Mater Dei's last drive, they went 10 plays, 80 yards in just over 3 minutes.
4th penalty for 25 yards against the Wildcats. Got 3 receivers out left.
Give us to Thacker. And Thacker able to bust his way out to the numbers to the 20-yard line, a gain of 5.
Alex Brashears on the stop. I'm going to remember we had a 45-minute rain delay between the end of the first quarter and the start of the second. So that's why we still got a quarter and a half to go as we approach 2.5 hours of start time.
Thacker again, trying to find an open seam up the middle. He was bottled up pretty quickly, gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and short.
Queso Jean from his, they've been rotating him from end to tackle. Coming in from left end, defensive end spot that time. Wide side field to the left.
So it'll be 3rd and 2. They move forward, right to left on your screen. And before the snap, Coach Gable wants to think it over. 3rd and 2 when we come back.
Rock-A-Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar, oh yeah.
3rd and 2 for Mater Dei. Each team has now used a timeout here in the third quarter. The Wildcats called this most recent one. Thanks to Rockabar, sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Join them at 4600 Washington Avenue in Evansville. Stop by after the game or for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Their menu not only has your favorite salads and pizzas, but also other fine food. Mallory keeps it himself. He gets the first down, but it might come back because of a hold. Good job by Mallory to get that first down. Looks like he was going to be swarmed in the backfield for a loss.
Costly penalty there. And Mallory comes out of the game. Oh no, he just wanted to get a closer discussion with sideline coaches.
So it is a hold against the Wildcats, negates that first down. I'll move it back to the 13-yard line.
A couple of holding penalties on this possession for Mater Dei. This drive started on the 15, so they're inside that.
So it's 3rd and about 12, empty backfield. They spread them 5 wide. So it's a lot early in the first quarter. Mallory used his legs to extend some plays.
Play clock getting down close to 0.
2 seconds. They snap it just in time. Here comes the pressure across the middle. Pass is caught, and a first down for Mater Dei. Nolan Schickel caught that a couple of yards shy of the first down. Was able to march his way to the 28 to pick up a 15.
How good was that pass? I mean, there was 3 defenders right there. Schickel got himself open, and Tate Mallory delivers. Looked like 5 guys were around.
Mm-hmm.
He got that one, that's called yak, yards after the catch, because he did not have the first down when he caught it.
Mallory to throw again. Pass deflected to the line of scrimmage, and it's incomplete. And it looked like 38, Connor Hoare got his hand on that. And the only reason I know this is because he was shaking his hand afterwards.
I saw the same thing. He'll take that. Coach Johnson says, shake it off, right? Ben Johnson, defensive coordinator.
So 2nd and 10 from the Mater Dei 28-yard line.
Empty backfield again.
Tigers rush 4. Mallory spins away. Tried to set his feet. Steps in the pocket. Has some room to run, but instead he throws across his body, and it's incomplete. Broken up by Jake Live with a safety who came sprinting across. Almost had himself an interception. 3rd and 10.
And what did that play take? About 8 or 10 seconds? It seemed like it that long anyway. Mallory doing again with his feet. Here we go. He rolls left. Looks. Gets flushed. Steps up. Evades 3 tacklers. On the move. And then still has a presence of mind to throw it downfield.
So at 1 point on the replay, he's a good 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Exactly.
Well, the Wildcats just converted on 3rd down and 12. Now they have a 3rd and 10. And some movement on the Wildcats. We'll move them back 5 yards.
3rd penalty of this possession.
How many for the game for Mater Dei?
I have them 6 for 40 yards. Memorial had 2 for 15 in the first half and have not in the second. So 3rd and long. Got a deep pull. Go deep in your playbook on this one, Jevin.
Wide receiver screen pass coming back for it is Grant Wegner, and he is tackled fairly quickly after the catch. Pickup of 2. 4th and long, and Mater Dei will have to punt.
Alex Broshears from the middle linebacker comes and makes the stop after a short gain.
Dockery and Elserman will return this kick. Only the second punt of the night for Mater Dei. Gavin Lukeman will kick it away, about 38 yards per kick on the year for him. Solid kick here. Dockery returns from the 38. Tries to center it. Can he turn the corner? Yes, he can. Into Mater Dei territory. Down the far sideline. He got tripped up around the 30. Almost had himself a house call. There is a flag over there right where he was tackled. Flag is laying to the 34-yard line. We've seen Dockery with a few good returns this year.
37-yard punt.
Might be tripping against Mater Dei. Looking at the signal from the far official, he's pointing toward his foot. Nope, it's actually against Memorial. Illegal block. It's from the spot. We'll still have it in Mater Dei territory at the 44-yard line. Thanks to Evansville Hyundai, a proud sponsor of Tigers football here on IndianaSRN. Stop by the Evansville Hyundai Auto Dealership for your next purchase of a new or used car. Located on Evansville's east side, it's home to the 100,000 miles powertrain warranty and also 3 years free maintenance. Drive number 6, first 5 have resulted in touchdowns. Wildcat formation again. They ran this in the first play last possession. Elsman ran the ball for 25 yards. Here's a jet sweep. This is Dockery. And Dockery's able to weave his way to the 41-yard line, a gain of 3.
Good pursuit that time by the Wildcats.
Coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the third.
Memorial, no hurry. Trying to get a playoff here.
Clock is their friend with a 22-point lead. And Fisher, 4 touchdown passes tonight. He also has a rushing score. Fisher zips one quickly to the right side and incomplete pass. That was Dockery who couldn't haul it in. Third down.
A lot of incompletions for both quarterbacks. Mater Dei looking to force the first punt of the night. Of course, they forced it twice, and Fisher has run from punt formation for first downs on both of those times.
First down is the 34-yard line. They're going to run it with Kendrick, and he's able to march his way to the 36. He got 5 of those 7 yards needed. We're looking at a 4th down and 2 upcoming.
A couple of Wildcats, but Stofflith on the stop.
Tigers have converted 2 4th downs tonight, both in which Fisher was in punt formation and eventually ran for the first down. And now we have a stoppage.
Equipment, probably, or maybe it's
like Kendrick is the one that has to sub out of the game.
Yep. They're going to bring in Alex Broshiers. Horning the tailback and Broshiers the fullback.
4th and 2. Play action. Fisher dumps it off. Caught, first down. There he is. He can do it all on defense and now on offense. That is Alex Broshiers crashing his way inside of the red zone all the way down to the 16. There's a little wrinkle there, 21 yards.
I think that's his first play on offense this year. They're pulling out all the stops tonight, Coach Hurley is.
And again, the Tigers inside the red zone, which is brought to you by Weichert Realtors, the Schultz Group. The Schultz Group has been supporting the Tigers and Southwest Indiana's real estate needs for over 50 years. Give them a call if you are looking to buy or sell.
Gene Imony in the tailback position.
It is Imony up the middle, spinning, keeping his feet going. He stays on his feet to the 11, a pickup of 5. We've seen Imani late in games throughout this season so far. That's his 8th carry for 40 yards. His first carry tonight, though. Coming up on a minute to go here in the third quarter. Tigers trying to move to 4-0 before they head to Harrison next week. The Wildcats came in 3-0 as well. They will travel to Jasper for their Week 5 game next Friday.
You might see the same play.
Imani, the running back. They give it to the fullback. That is Horning. He just lunges forward to the 8-yard line, a pickup of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 2, and the Tigers do not have to snap again here in the third quarter if they don't want to, which I wouldn't think they would. Looks like the Tigers will walk to the other end. They'll have a 3rd down and a long 2 when we come back. They're trying to score for the 6th time in as many possessions. They lead 35-13 after 3.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Before the Tigers have a 3rd down and 3 to begin the fourth quarter, leading 35-13. Some thank yous as always, Mike.
Always. A lot of people help us here at IndianaSRN.org. Evansville Modern Day President Dan Niemeyer, Principal Darren Knight, Sam Fleming, a great athletic director first year, helping us out. Head coach Mike Gable and his administrative assistant to Sam Fleming is Tara Schnurr. Over at Memorial, President Josh Rising, Principal Aaron Schmidt, athletic director Chad Dockery, head coach John Hurley, and administrative assistant Patty Van. Big thank you to them, and of course, can't do without our production crew, Nick Lewis, our producer, and cameraman extraordinaire, Sam Doherty.
All right, 3rd and 3. Kendrick back in the game. They fake it his way. Pass caught by Elserman. Spins at the 5, lunging toward the pylon. He's short of the end zone, but has plenty for the 1st down. The Tigers have a 1st and goal.
Well-designed play because it was pass or run option. And it looks like it's inside the 1.
Yeah, they end up spotting it right at the 1-yard line on that right hash mark.
Well, does Horning get it, or does Fisher keep it? We'll find out.
Tigers break the huddle with 9 seconds on the play clock. Running back is Kendrick. Horning is the fullback. They go with the fullback, but the ball was fumbled. Fisher had some problem with the exchange between him and Horning, but I think the Tigers fell on it. They did. It'll be 2nd down and goal. It was Horning who ended up recovering the fumble.
Yeah, he lost about 2 feet.
Yep, they lost a half a yard, so it's 2nd down. Horning was searching for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Now Imani is the running back. Horning still the fullback. They go to Imani, looking for the block from Horning, and touchdown, Tigers! Imani, his 1st rushing touchdown of the year, and the Tigers now 6 for 6 on scoring drives. It's all Memorial, 41-13.
Yeah, instead of trying to met it up the middle, they get it to the outside and toss it this time. Good lead block by Horning, and Imani, the sophomore, gets 6.
So that's his 1st career rushing touchdown at the varsity level. A 1-yard rush. And Barrett is able to oh, he missed it. A rare miss by Barrett. That's a first miss on PATs this year. But still all Tigers, 41-13.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Tigers score again. They now lead 41-13. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. This one will be returned by Hayden Stockton for Mater Dei. Weaving through traffic, middle of the field. Takes it out past the 30-yard line. That scoring recap, 9 plays, 44 yards, 4 minutes and 58 seconds. Gene Imony, his first rushing touchdown of his career. PAT was missed by Baird, his first miss of the year. 41-13 is our score.
So Mater Dei looking to get a quick score, and anything can happen. 10-20 to go here in the game. And the winner of this ball game looking to go 4-0.
Here is Thacker. He's had a nice night. Thacker takes it to the 38-yard line, a gain of 6.
Garrett Hamilton, defensive tackle in there for the Tigers with the stop.
One of our sponsors tonight here on IndianaSRN is Ivy Tech. You belong at Ivy Tech with 5 terms each year, flexible scheduling, and the most affordable tuition and books in the state. There's always a great time to begin at Ivy Tech. Join them for Tuesdays at the Tech. 2nd and 4. Mallory chucks it. Low throw. Hits across the turf before it got to his intended target. Drew Stoles. 3rd down.
With that touchdown drive, I have unofficially the Memorial Tigers over 400 yards of offense. Mater Dei a little over 200.
Low snap. Mallory picks it up, hands off to Thacker, trying to do most of the work on his own. Thacker able to get positive yards, but he's shy of the 1st down.
Bryant Broshier is on the stop.
Gain of a yard, sets up 4th down and a long 1, short 2 for Mater Dei. Offense stays on the field here. They'll go out of the gun with Mallory. Quick snap. This is Thacker. Got hit the line of scrimmage, and then his strength and forward progress takes him past the 1st down marker to move the chains and keep this drive alive for Mater Dei.
Yeah. Thacker showing why he's one of the better running backs. Takes the defender head on and gets the 1st.
New number call this time. Ethan Stoffleth, the 5'6" senior, zips his way to the 48-yard line and gain of 6.
Stoffleth, last year we mentioned it at the top of the show, he was their leading rusher last year, but he's been concentrating on defense a lot.
He came in just 8 rushes for 45 yards before tonight.
Jake Brackett along with Connor O'Donoghue on the stop.
They give it to the man in motion, Eli Kane, and Kane is met there by Connor O'Donohue, the junior linebacker who's number 2 in tackles on this Memorial defense. He got stuck pretty good. Lost a bit of ground, but a flag flew in during the play as well.
Usually that's an area of holding, usually, if it's against the offense.
It is a hold against Mater Dei.
Something I'm sure Coach Gable's going to address the upcoming week.
Well, Mater Dei will be on the road the next couple of weeks at Jasper week 5, at North week 6. They're not back at the bowl until week 7 against Boise. Mallory's pass, near side, is caught just past the 40-yard line on a vicious collision. Joseph Hickey came in from behind. He's saying incomplete pass, and it is an incomplete pass. Hickey broke that up. It's 3rd and long.
Well, that was a brother combination because David Hickey was also in there.
It'll be 3rd and long Wildcats from their own 36.
Third and 16 upcoming. Seen Mallory take a couple of shots deep down the field tonight. Here he's looking left. There's a shot deep down the field. Miscommunication, and it was almost an interception for J.J. Lowry, but he had to go through his fingertips. 4th down.
Well, do you think he'll get some peer pressure on that one after the game? He was there. He had 4 interceptions last year, by the way. He had a couple other defenders. Each had 4.
Now Mater Dei will still punt it away. And it'll be Gavin Lukebin to kick at the sophomore. Low kick, rolls past the 30. Stays in bounds to the 22-yard line. Well, People's Furniture Mattress Outlet, a 50 years in operation business that is family and 3rd generation owned. How easy can it get for quality furniture and a quality mattress? Stop by and see the friendly folks at People's Furniture Mattress Outlet in Evansville.
42-yard punt. Memorial gets the ball back.
You wonder if the night is over for Fisher, if he comes back out for this drive. Tigers leading by 28 points here in the 4th. And it looks like we will have a new quarterback in the game for the Tigers. That is sophomore Luke Brown. Imany, who just had his first rushing touchdown of his career, lines up as the running back. And before this snap, the Tigers call their second timeout. They lead by 28 points.
Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar, oh yeah.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Tigers ball, 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Again, new quarterback in is Luke Brown. So Matthew Fisher's night is over. And now that his night is over, I think it's pretty safe to name our Rock-A-Bar player of the game. The give is to Imany. And Imany is able to get to the 29-yard line to pick up of 7. And it is Matthew Fisher.
Well, yeah, all Matthew Fisher does is throw 4 touchdown passes. Second week in a row he's done that. Ties a career high that he set last week. He also ran for 2 first downs out of punt formation, and don't have it on, it's unofficial, but very close to his career high in passing. And then he was the field general for the first 6 possessions where Memorial scored 6 touchdowns.
Again, Play the Game is brought to you by Rockabar. Stop by for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at 4600 Washington Avenue in Evansville. Back-to-back carries on the ground result in the Tigers. First down. Imany able to get just shy of the 35-yard line.
A lot of reserves in for both ball clubs, Jevin.
A few more scores have been sent in by Tucker Smith. 2 finals. Castle beat Harrison 42-7. Vincennes took care of Central 40-7. The last score we had between Jasper and Boston, remember they had a delay with us as well. In the third quarter, Jasper leading Bossy 41-0. And in the fourth quarter at North, Wrights has a 28-6 lead on the Huskies. Thanks to Tucker Smith for those scores. And also thanks to Kipley, our SIAC scoreboard sponsor. There's Drew Ellis, his first call tonight, the freshman, able to skip his way to the 38-yard line to pick up a 4.
Well, Evansville Memorial Tigers are going to remain perfect, and I'm sure maintain that number 1 ranking in the Indiana Football Coaches Association poll. Modern Day, just not their night. They'll drop to 3-1, but they've got a lot of football remaining as well.
And a chance they meet again in late October, early November in the sectionals.
Exactly. It's hard to believe next week we'll be halfway through the season.
I was just thinking, you blink and all of a sudden it's week 4, yeah.
Because every school of the 314 it plays to entitled to 1 game, so that's the 10th game.
Here is Ellis. First down and more into Modern Day territory. And Ellis starts to get on the fun. He takes it to the 48-yard line.
Great acceleration.
Looks like he's a pretty easy runner. I mean, very smooth.
Well, he kind of keeps it in the family because he is Dylan Kendrick's younger brother.
I want to thank Casey's Dugout. They're a sponsor of Tigers football and IndianaSRN. Come on out to Casey's Dugout, Evansville's new boutique pizza place located on Lincoln Avenue. You can check them out for great food, drinks, and family fun. Casey's Dugout, a proud supporter of Memorial Athletics. Coming up on 4 minutes to go in this game. Tigers trying to run out the clock here. Now it's Imany. It's been him and Ellis here in the fourth quarter. Imany angled out of bounds. He got inside the 40 to the 39-yard line, a gain of 8.
Knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats. Number 40, Waylon.
Well, so the Tigers are going to win their 8th straight against Modern Day in this series.
Waylon Grabert knocked him out.
I know, Mike, you were telling me before that whenever Coach Gable took over 28 years ago, he had the success early in the series, but of late the Tigers have gotten it.
From 1997, he won the first 13 games that he coached against Memorial. Then John Hurley took over in 08, and he won 2. But for Coach Gable won the next 8. Now Coach Hurley is going to win the next 8. Coach Hurley's going to go to 10-8 as a head coach, as Coach Gable will go to 21-10.
Imany maybe lost a half a yard there. It'll be 3rd and short.
Doug Stofflet on the stop.
And number 40, Waylon Grabert. 3rd and short. Tigers.
Tigers hoping for one more first down where they can just pretty much run out the rest of this 3.5. Quarterback Brown fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and a pair of 11s collide. The 33-yard line, a gain of 5 for Luke Brown as he was met by Colton Salih. Yeah.
Moves the chains. We're going to be under 3 minutes when they snap it. Of course, we survived a rainstorm in between the first and second quarters, about a 45-minute delay, but it's been the offense of Memorial. 41 points.
It is a season high in points for the Tigers, surpassing their 37 points they scored week 1 at Jasper. Quarterback Brown pitches to Ellis, and Ellis, a hard head-on collision at the 30-yard line. Well, also, you can't forget about this Tigers defense. They hold a pretty good Mater Dei offense to 13 points at the bend-don't-break approach in the first half, but now in all 4 games, this Tigers defense has held the opposition to 14 points or fewer.
Yeah, they've done a nice job keeping things in front. And I don't know what the Mater Dei, if they don't get 200 yards of total offense, it'll be the 4th time in 4 games where the Memorial defense has held their opponents under 200 yards.
Brown goes under center. The give is to the fullback. Gain of 3. That was the 10th play of this drive. Everything has been on the ground for Memorial.
Yeah, now this play started on the Memorial drive on the Memorial 22 with 7:11 remaining on the clock. So the Memorial Reserve is going to run the clock out here, possibly.
Third and 3. Imani again. Short of the first down.
21, Amani with the carry.
It'll be 4th down.
Max Miller on the stop. You might even see him take a delay.
Play clock at 8 seconds. The give is to Ellis. He's fighting for that first down. He's very close to it. Needed 2 yards to pick it up. And looks like he got enough for a Tigers first down. They'll wind the clock, and this game will be over. So, the Tigers score first on their opening drive. The only drive they don't score tonight is on this one. As the time runs out, Memorial improves to 4-0 on the year. They win their 8th straight against Mater Dei. The Wildcats drop to 3-1, and the Tigers will remain the number 1 ranked team in Class 3A at least another week. The final score from the Wrights Bowl: Memorial 41, Mater Dei 13. We'll come back and recap everything for you next on IndianaSRN.
Here at Hyundai of Evansville, we love this community and we love these hot deals that we are offering. Like low prices on the new 23 Santa Fe's, now get an additional $2,500 rebate when you finance with Hyundai Motor Finance and get 3-year free maintenance and America's best warranty.
So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, stop in and let us show you some love.
Right here at Hyundai of Evansville, where credit is never a deal breaker.
Where nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because I can grow stronger on the field and in my faith. I believe in my teammates. I believe in my classmates. And through Christ, I believe I can accomplish anything.
Come live your faith at Wrights Memorial.
Final score on our Greer's Flooring America scoreboard. Tigers win at 41-13. Give them a call, 812-471-0400. And I want to thank our Tigers sponsors at tonight's broadcast: Memorial High School, Rockabar Pizza, Carresso Landscape, People's Furniture Mattress Outlet, Lansing Showroom, Mel K, Mechanical, Electrical, Plumbing, Ivy Tech Evansville. Also, thanks to sponsors: Hyundai of Evansville, Casey's Dugout, and the Memorial Athletic Booster Club. Convincing win tonight for the Tigers, 41-13. They led 21-6 at halftime. Memorial scored on the first play of the third quarter, 80-yard pass from Fisher to Elserman. And then it was Mater Dei who responded. Their next drive going 10 plays, 80 yards. Caden Thacker, a 5-yard touchdown run, made it 28-13 Tigers. Memorial would score on their next drive, 4 plays, 80 yards, a 25-yard touchdown run for Matthew Fisher. Made it 35-13 Tigers. That was with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. And our final score came from Gene Imony, his first rushing touchdown of his career. 1-yard touchdown run, 41-13 Tigers. PAT was no good. That was early fourth quarter. And that is our final score tonight, 41-13. So Fisher throws for 4 touchdowns. He runs for 1. Imony with the other. Tigers score on 6 or 7 drives. Final thoughts tonight, Mike?
Well, Sam Mattingly and the rest of the stat crew, unofficially 16 of 19 for 292 passing. Those 4 touchdowns, 2 to Schultz, 2 to Elsperman. He runs for a touchdown, 451 rushing, so not a bad evening's work.
And he was our Rock-A-Bar player of the game. Stop by Rock-A-Bar for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at 4600 Washington Avenue in Evansville. Our next broadcast comes your way next Friday. We'll be at Romaine Stadium for the Memorial Tigers and the Harrison Warriors, on the air at 6:10. Our kickoff is at 6:30. Big thanks to our IndianaSRN crew, our cameraman Sam Doherty, producer Nick Lewis. For Mike Scavara, I'm Jevin Rebin. Good night from the Bowl. Tigers win it 41-13.